welcome to the Royal Geek Podcast. I'm your host tonight, Justin Sandoval, a.k.a. Sandy, and I'm joined tonight, as always, by Anthony Amato, who we like to call Shamato, and our boy, Jordan Mosley. Fellas, we are talking Stranger Things, Volume 2, and finale. It is going to be a epic night tonight, fellas. How you doing?
Doing good. Cannot wait. I've been so excited to do this one.
Yes.
Yeah, it's so great to be able to finally cap off this series that is kind of the quintessential case of waiting.
Yes. Yeah, you're right. And this is also probably one of the biggest series finales that I think we've covered. Like, we missed the Game of Thrones trend. Just the podcast
we
hadn't
did.
started yet
Mhm.
for that finale. But I think this might be up there. It's like the second biggest television finale that people were looking forward to.
Yeah, especially over the last 15, 20 years. Yeah,
Right.
for sure.
Yeah. So yeah, I say let's thank our listeners for tuning in and checking out the Royal Geek Podcast. So we are going to need you to go ahead and subscribe, 5-star review us, and we'd really appreciate that. So let's dive in. I'm gonna go ahead and give a spoiler warning here for Volume 2 and finale. So I'm gonna do my best to keep this broken up with no interaction with the finale until we get to a point. I will announce the finale part, okay? We're going to stick to just Volume 2 and everything that happened in Volume 2. So, fellas, we had 3 episodes of Volume 2.
We did.
Shamato, what were your takes there for those 3 episodes?
I think it's really important here to talk about the quality. I think that's what a lot of people were talking about, and a lot of people were worried about. And I feel like episodes 5 and 6 kind of held their quality, and episode 7 is kind of where a lot of people started feeling worried and kind of feel like it left a path. And I kind of wanted to just talk a little bit about how why that might be, and the things related to it. I think part of it has to do with the fact that we have to kind of wrap our minds around the idea of, although episode 7 is technically a penultimate episode, it's not a penultimate episode in the traditional sense, because episode 8's 2 hours long.
Yes, yeah.
Mhm.
It's essentially 2 hours, so it creates its own penultimate episode inside of itself.
Yeah.
So I think that's really important to understand there, because it does. I will say episode 7 ends relatively anticlimactically, in you're not really crescendoed,
Yeah.
because it's not really supposed to. It's like I said, it's not really supposed to be the end all, the setting up all the train tracks.
Yeah, I think episode 5 and 6 they were coming out the gate swinging there, because I really enjoyed episode 5. I was very impressed with just the way that episode ended, and keeping me hooked, craving more, honestly.
Mhm.
And then 6 continued that flow into episode 7, but I think it was interesting because they did the waiting for they released Christmas and then they did New Year's,
Mhm.
but to end on episode 7 and very anticlimactically, and having to wait, hoping that are they going to land this plane? Are they going to actually
Yeah.
are they going to Game of Thrones this? Are they going to every Marvel
Yes.
TV series ever this? What do we have hope here? That kind of thing. But I feel like it should have left on more, the cliffhanger on where Max is running to maybe get free. That's a cliffhanger you want to leave
Yes.
on.
Yeah.
That's one that's going to keep you coming back.
Yes.
So yeah, I think you're right. I think the placement and just the build up was not quite there in episode 7.
Yeah, I feel like kind of what they wanted to do was tie up all the extra emotional notes that were the emotional loose ends. And I feel like people were like, I just want to see the fight. And I think what kind of allowed the finale to be the finale was more the fact that they were able to tie up some of these loose ends. So I think they did some of the nitty gritty work. I don't think it's a great episode, episode 7. I'm more in the camp than anything else, but I think there were some important things that they were able to tie up in that episode, and I also think it's once again falls to the world of being review bomb for other reasons.
Yeah.
Which just always happen. Whether unfortunately, we live in a world where people can't handle certain things being on TV.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's kind of get into the storylines that took place through these 3 episodes. All right.
Yeah,
So
do it.
we open up with episode 5, and we are following with Holly and Max.
Yes.
And these two from the first 4, like when they first got together, I was all in, man. Like I was
Yes.
like,
Oh yeah.
they're navigating the mind of Henry, and
Yes.
they continue to do so in this like puzzle kind of way, right? Like they're discovering and finding and figuring things out.
Yeah. They're traveling through Holly's mind now.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, like it's really cool, and honestly, like I have to give it to Nell Fisher, I believe is her name.
Mhm.
Like she was been phenomenal.
Yeah.
They asked so much of this girl for this role. They put so much of the show's like like path on her shoulders in the entire series. Honestly, like she's like a top 3 main character, honestly, like through all of season 5.
Easily.
Yeah, and I give her acting like she's top 3 of performances.
Yes.
I mean,
Yes,
you've
easily.
got Henry / Vecna,
Hmm.
then her, and then I think Sadie Sink.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sadie Think does great.
I think
Yes.
that's the order of the top 3, and then I think there's a drop
Yes.
off.
Yes.
mean, like-
I'd say I think Lucas was really good too, actually.
He's I was seeing like I saw something they were talking about him just being like consistent.
Mm,
Yeah.
He just got better from season 1 and just had a steady growth.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, for me with Lucas, like I was just always too distracted by his hair, man. Like
Oh.
his hair
Yeah.
it takes me out of it every time, and then yeah, it just takes me out of it every time, man. I can't. There's more to talk about that later. There's more
Yeah.
there, but yes, yeah, Holly and Max, man, so good, and
Their chemistry is really good too.
yeah, their chemistry was good
Yes.
together, and they're trying to find a way out of being trapped wherever they are, and so they're navigating through these memories, and Max is kind of pointing out that the memories have like points of importance, and
Yes.
if you can get to a point, you can get out of the memory, which I thought was a very well done and written by the Duffer Brothers
Yeah.
in explaining that, and so you're basically walking down memory lane of like the playground and her talking to Henry, and then Mike talking to her, and then like all the like get them to where they need to be,
Yep.
and then
Yeah. And actually, the memory thing is actually in a way kind of foreshadows the big reveal later on of the idea of the wormhole, because what is a wormhole but a shortcut between 2 points in time and
Yeah.
space, which is exactly what's happening with the memories. Like you're jumping from this memory of them being down in the basement where they're watching a scary movie, and it's the first time Henry's ever been there, and then it takes them to the first time where they actually meet them. It's a literal like mini wormhole to these other points in her memory.
that's a great point. That's a great point, and obviously Max, when they're in the basement and seeing him outside, like she gives him the bird, and like they move on and like
Yes.
to the library, and I love the scene where them like moving the books and crawling out of the library.
Yeah.
Like, that was
Yeah,
like
that was cool.
shot
That was cool.
so well. Like great choice there in the cinematics. But they eventually get to the red like mind room or whatever.
Yes.
I don't know what you want to call it, but it's like everything's red. There's pillars and like craziness going on.
Yeah.
And this this scene right here, it infuriated me in so many different ways. Like, one, because I was just like, you need to run. Like, you just got done
Yeah.
telling us that your door closed because you didn't make it in time.
Yes.
And I've seen a lot of Instagrams
Oh,
and
yeah.
TikToks and of like things you can do and the amount of time it takes Max and Holly to get out.
I saw one they were like setting up a podcast.
Yeah, yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah.
It infuriated me in another way. Because like leading up to it, I kind of was expecting, like, it kind of felt like Max was just going to like leave her, like without the other gate opening and being like, "Good luck, go
Yeah,
find your
figure it
own,
out.
go find it, have fun." Like
Well-
it kind of felt like that was what was gonna happen.
Well, which yeah, I did too. I think you're right. I think that was her intentions. Like, but then she
No, I
talked
think
her into it.
No, I think Max was telling her that because she wanted the portal to open.
Yeah, but then Holly's like, "Did you know that was gonna happen?" She's like, "I had no idea." Like, so like Max was kind of just shooting in the dark, hoping it would happen. But
Yes.
she had every intention of leaving her.
So I do, but I do understand though. I think it was like I kind of understand it from the sense of like Max didn't want to leave her the way that she got left, in a way.
True.
I think that's kind of what it was, but it was kind of feeling like that's where it was going. But it is very much also like literally she was at the doorstep of escaping the last time because she wasn't fast enough,
Yeah.
and then they're like, "Hey, now be slower."
Yeah. Even slower. Yeah.
Mhm.
So I do understand. It was infuriating. It was because you're like, okay, like he could show up at any second now,
Literally any second.
and then he kind of did.
Yeah.
Even in the second version, honestly, it's really just a retelling of Max's.
Yeah.
Like, because except that instead of it being Max, it's Holly who ends up getting
Right.
caught.
Yeah, and so we mentioned that the gates open for Max and Holly.
Yes.
We do see Max jump out and like she rejoins her body, and which
Yes.
is the hospital. Holly rejoins her body, which is somewhere we don't know. We don't know. It looks like a desert.
Well, she doesn't rejoin her body
She
yet.
well,
Because she would have been in Henry's mind.
no, didn't she? She wakes up and she's trapped in the wall, and she's like pulling the thing out of her mouth, and she rips out and tries to run, and then Henry gets her and brings her back. Like that's
Oh no! Wait, yeah. Then she finds the crack. Oh yeah,
she
my
finds
bad.
the crack. Yeah, yeah,
My
yeah.
bad.
You guys are all a little bit all over the place.
I'm so sorry that I don't remember 7 hours of content.
Yeah.
Exactly. But no, I'm
I watched
here.
at 2
I'm here
a.m.
for you. I'm here for you. Yes. So anyway, yeah. So she wakes up and we're somewhere, right? Like we're. It doesn't quite look like the Upside Down. It's too bright. It's
Yeah.
too something's going on. She makes a run for it, and Vecna wakes his into the reality. Like he's not in his dream state anymore,
Yep.
and he's chasing her down.
Does his best, Michael Myers.
Yep. Oh yeah. Well, he's walking gingerly
Hmm.
to get her, and of course catching up. She finds a crack in this in this area, and she's like, "Okay, I'm just gonna climb through. I'm
Yeah.
brave. I'm heroic. I can do this." And she climbs through, only to be falling from the sky.
And you just hear her screaming.
Bloody
You're like,
murder.
and then it just basically like cuts from
Yes,
her,
it does cut.
and you're like,
What just happened?
what?
Yep.
Like,
Yeah.
like you just have like no idea. They're like, yeah, we're just gonna get back to this later.
Yeah. Which we're gonna get back to this later because
Yes.
I want to talk about now. Let's transition to the Upside Down,
Yes.
and let's talk about Elle and Hop
Yes.
and
Kali.
Kali. Yeah, we just discovered Kali from Volume 1,
Yes.
and they had made it to the church, and they were basically finding where's Steve, where's Nancy, where's Jonathan, there's
Yeah.
Dustin, and that they pretty much just sit
Yeah.
around. And the biggest thing that happens in this scene is Kali is throwing up a whole bunch of red flags. Like I'm like,
Yeah.
what is her end game here?
Yes. You're like this girl. Honestly, like the hardest part for me about Kali's character in this moment is that she is representing a complete regression of the personality of the character of Elle. Because like she's ruining like all the reward that Elle has learned through all of these years. Because all Kali is this like pulling her back to like season 1. You need to be afraid of everything. You can't trust anyone. like destroying everything that we've learned through the first 4 seasons, everything that everyone did for her, every relationship that she has built. That's what Kali is there just to strip away those bonds in that moment.
Yeah.
I think also we need to talk about the. I mean, unless you want to wait on it, but talking about how like they find the women, like the
Yes,
pregnant
we do
women,
get like the fact that in fact,
before they get out of there.
that they're trying to create, the military is trying to create a new army
Yes.
essentially.
Like,
Kali does bring that up. Yes.
and like how they use the blood of Henry
Yes.
to create the rest of them, and that's why L is so important because hers is the most like his.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was really creepy.
That was
Like, walking
very
through there.
creepy scene.
Yes.
And when Kali is like describing how she almost escaped and she's running by all these pregnant women
Yep.
with failed attempts of like they're sick and dying because
Yeah.
her blood's not the right one.
Yep.
Dude, that was wild. And the military is doing that. Like that's
Yeah.
government sanctioned.
Yep.
So
Yes.
wild, absolutely wild.
Yeah. So we get all that kind of stuff, and that's kind of like where I'd say like their storyline. We do get that part about that stuff, but I feel like it's honestly one of the least interesting storylines of the whole volume 2.
Yeah.
Honestly, like with that whole section right there, you're just kind of like, okay, all right,
Yeah.
let's like, and then we're like, all right, let's move on.
Yeah, and which we do. We move on to find out where Steve, Nancy, Jonathan, and Dustin are.
Yes.
They went to the lab.
Yes.
The beloved lab from that's played a big role in Stranger Things.
Yes.
And they go into the lab trying to. It looks strange. It looks melted.
Yes.
It looks there's no particles in the air.
Yep.
It's different. Things are different.
Yes.
And we see a little bit of the tug of war between Jonathan and Steve again with Nancy. This love triangle potentially, right?
Yes.
And they're like, when they go to split up,
Yep.
Steve's like, Nancy, you and I are at the top, and then of course Jonathan's got to come and check him, like that's my girl, that kind of thing, right? And Nancy's like, come on, let's just go up, Jonathan, like let's go, and then Dustin and Steve go down,
Yes.
and let's see, let's start with Steve and Dustin. I think they go down.
The
Yes.
bickering.
The
Just
bickering.
the utter bickering between the
Yes.
two.
Yeah. I think I had talked about like I refer to as the love triangle regression, and I feel like this laboratory scene was really good because it finally kind of like dealt with tying up a lot of the emotional like things that were holding back these 4 characters.
Yeah.
So it was really cool seeing you got Steve and Dustin finally like kind of not avoiding their feelings anymore and like getting at the root of why they're having issues while they're trying to figure out what is going on.
I kept waiting for Steve to say that he was like jealous. He never came out and said it,
Right.
but like he danced all the way around it.
He did. It would have been an interesting thing. He's like, you found somebody who was better than me, or like something like that. Like, it would have been an interesting like thing. Like he's like, you cared so much about Eddie that you forgot about me, or like something like that. Like, it would have been an interesting thing for them to see because they drifted apart a lot in season 4
They
because of
did.
the fact that because of Eddie's entrance and the whole love triangle thing.
And like Steve was pissed because he was late to the first crawl, which led to them getting their butts kicked.
Right. Yeah.
And then that had to do with Eddie technically. And
Yes.
then
Actually, good point. Yeah.
yeah, I mean it was they'd been dancing around it for long enough. And so I was glad that there was actual
they finally
closure.
dealt with it.
Yep.
And like Steve was just like, I think he was just really frustrated too with the way that Dustin was acting because he cares about Dustin and he's seeing him be just so destructive of his own like self, and he's like, he sees so much potential in Dustin and he's literally seeing him like kind of destroy his potential.
Right. Yeah.
It's like, I mean, he's not a bad boy.
No.
I mean,
not
he
at all.
got his butt handed to him.
No, yeah, like he gets destroyed. But like, yeah, I think he just was really worried about him, and so he finally gets that actually out in the air,
And
and
we
I
get the
think it was
fight.
really
We get the
important.
fight between the two.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Yes.
and then it came to a point where it overflowed and they got physical,
Yes.
and you can tell neither one of them by the end of it they didn't want to do that, but
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
came to that point.
It is funny. Like Steve, he hasn't won a fight. Like has he won one? I don't think he ever beat up anybody. I
I
think he's gotten beat up every time.
Yeah, well, I think that really important in this fight is if you notice the whole time he is not trying.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Like everything that he's doing is a defensive measure just to stop Dustin from what he's doing, but at no point does he ever raise
a
a
fist.
fist
Yeah.
in anger towards Dustin.
Right. Yeah, exactly. And so he ends up just storming off,
Yes.
and Dustin ends up finding this like crack in the wall
Yeah.
to this office, all these papers everywhere, and he has like a massive discovery, a massive, huge epiphany, because they originally thought that there was a shield that was keeping this wall up,
Yes.
and Dustin discovered that it's not actually a shield generator. Shimano, do you want to go ahead and try to explain what this is in the first place?
I mean, essentially, what it is it's something called exotic matter.
Yep.
It's essentially something that's kind of keeping keeping what is there in place.
Mhm.
Trying to essentially, in general, wormholes are considered to be pretty unstable structures. And I think they essentially what they're using exotic matter as something to
Hold the wormhole
provide
in place, right?
stability between both Earth, or the right side up, the upside down as the bridge to what is it?
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
yes.
Dustin discovers
Yes.
Or
that
Dimension
the
X.
just Dustin discovers that it is like the upside down is a wormhole, and there is the abyss that
The
he
abyss.
coins it.
Yes.
Yeah, um, eh, on the other end, and
Yes.
so he realizes that, and he immediately just is like, if we touch this, mess with this, it'll destroy everything.
Yes.
And so then it's a mad dash scramble to what's going on with Nancy and Jonathan, which
Yes.
let's go ahead and transition over there real quick, because they have their own bickering going on.
Yes.
And it's a little insufferable at some points.
Man,
Yes.
that scene was not good.
No,
Like,
I'm with you on that one.
and like we'll just go on and get there, but it's like if the Duffer Brothers had to come out and confirm that there was a breakup,
Yeah.
that tells you that was bad writing.
Yes.
Like it just was, and like I like both those characters, and I think they're both good actors. So I
Oh,
think they
Nancy's
deliver-
phenomenal.
I think they delivered well,
Yeah.
but the dialogue, it was just like, what are you talking about?
It was so non-committal,
Yeah,
like in the language of so anyway, like Nancy, of course, shoots the exotic matter like she's not supposed to,
Right.
which
Yeah,
causes
but why
which
not?
happens.
Dustin's
just
trying to
why
stop
not?
her, and you clearly hear "don't" on the walkie-talkie.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
clearly hear the word "don't." Yeah, it's all broken up.
And then
There-
Nancy makes a bad choice.
Yeah.
Have you seen the edits where it's her shooting Holly out of the air?
Oh, no, I have not. That
It's
is
like
terrible.
she's like, because like that's where Holly ends up falling, and
Mhm.
she's like Nancy, and then you see Nancy pull the gun up and shoot.
That's great. That's fantastic.
Yeah,
Oh.
but yeah, that would be crazy. But then, of course, they get to that whole like thing there. Okay, I'm okay with the scene. It was poorly written, like you said.
Like them sitting on the table talking.
Yes.
Like
Um,
everything's melting around them.
Yes.
Which I didn't understand that. I didn't understand the melting.
You know,
I don't think they ever explained it.
I think it's just an effect of the exotic matter.
yeah.
Okay.
I think is what it is essentially.
She shot it, made it unstable. The radiation from that
Okay.
causing the immediate area to crumble or melt, or
Yes.
yeah, and we saw evidence of the dead bodies of people being fused into the walls, which they were trying to avoid because their feet kept getting stuck and they weren't able to get out, so they just
Yes.
got on the table. And then they have this dialogue of like, I mean, I loved you, now I don't like you, but I still love you. Like
Mhm.
it's just will
Yeah.
they, won't they? And by the end of it, he's like, "Well," he pulls out a ring and he's like, "Will you like not marry me or something like that?" And
That
then
was
by the end of that, I literally like my wife. I leaned over to her. I was like, "Did they just break up?" And she's like, "No, I think they just agreed not to like
See,
get
like
married
that's
yet."
what it felt like more of.
Yeah,
Was like we're going to kind of maybe take a step back,
yeah,
but like I didn't see it as like a full on
right.
breakup either. Honestly,
Yeah, no, no, I didn't. You didn't, and but I was just like, I think they just broke up. Like I was just like, I'm pretty sure that was a breakup. And she's, no, I was like, no, 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 they're just taking a step back. And I was like, I don't know about that.
but yeah, like I the thing is I like this lab setup because like I said, it finally tied up. Like we got some catharsis. Like Steve, Dustin got over their stuff,
Yes,
which finally we were able to, which moved on to some great things in the finale. Jonathan and Nancy got through some things here, and even though it was
painful.
poorly written
Yeah,
and painful to watch, thankfully we didn't have to deal with it.
yeah,
Like
it was off
it was
the board for
over.
the
Like
finale.
they
Yeah,
got rid of it. It's like sometimes you just have to do things that are unpleasant to get through something.
yeah,
It happens to all of us in our lives. There are always things where you're like sometimes you just gotta do it.
dude, rip the Band-Aid off. That's
Yeah.
it. So
You just gotta rip the band-aid off. So I was really happy that we got those things tied up because honestly, if those things had been happened in the finale,
oh god,
oh boy. Like that had been interrupting some of the other things, the fights or things like that. It's like, come on, like we don't need that.
yeah,
I'm okay with it. I'm more okay with it there because, especially because I hated that love triangle
yes, yes.
with a fiery
I
passion.
also think it could have been done better, like way better. But
Yeah, it could have been done. It could have been done way better. I will admit that.
but yeah, but anyway, the everything stops melting. It turns hard, and Steve and Dustin come and like free them from the room that they're stuck in. And then Nancy hears screaming, which is Holly screaming,
Yes.
and they all run up to the roof and they look up, and Holly, who was last saw her falling from the sky, floating there above where the matter is,
Yes.
and they're like, Holly, like question mark, yeah, we're all looking at her like, what's going on? And then she slingshots right back
Yep.
to the abyss, and I was like, what the heck just happened?
Yeah.
And then we'll pause there, and let's go to the right side up now, and everybody who is at the squawk.
Yeah.
Okay.
The squawk and squawk in like the
Hospital. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So we have Lucas heading to go get Max.
Yes.
We have everybody else.
you got
well,
Robin, you got
Robin's with
Vicky.
yes. Robin and
Oh, yeah,
Vicky are with Lucas, and then kind of like everybody else is off to the side. Like Mike and them are all
Will.
kind of like and Will and them are all kind of like together as well as they're trying to come up with some sort of solution.
Some sort of plan. They don't really know the full picture yet. That
Yes.
Dustin has that information right now. But so Lucas, Robin, and then Robin has to take a detour to talk to Vicky to figure out what's going on because there's like security's trying. They're more
Yes.
awkward this time, and it's because Vicky thinks she's a drug addict
Yes.
and stole the dude's medicine.
Which honestly, like 100% Vicky's 100% in the right here.
Oh yeah,
She's like
Yeah.
she doesn't she never says I didn't take the medicine.
True.
She's like yeah. She essentially says yeah I took the medicine.
Yeah. But Lucas goes to Max, and he's just like holding her hand, playing the music. Like, I know you're there. Like, come on, like, wake up.
Yeah.
And they end up finding out that the demo dogs, they're coming.
Yes.
And dude, the Lucas carrying her the whole time was very, very impressive.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
I was, dude, better him, right? Because that's tough. And I love the entrance of the demi-dogs like into the hospital with the lights flickering, with Vicky being in like
Like having
questioning
no
Robin,
idea. Yeah.
questioning Robin about this whole story. You're clearly a junkie, and then only to discover for herself that no, it's true because the demi-dog comes around the corner.
Yep.
Oh, dude, that was such a good scene. It was very reminiscent of season 1. you felt the same way when
Yeah.
they were introduced in the first one.
Well, it's weird. Like throughout this season, like or not this season, the whole series. Like you think about like all these people have been in it for years.
Yeah.
So like of course they accept everything that happens. But like I try to put myself in the place of some of these people that don't know what's going on
Yeah.
and think like, okay, if I was them, would I believe this?
Right.
Yeah, you obviously wouldn't.
Yeah,
Okay,
there's
like
no way.
you just line up the facts with Robin, and you're like, okay, she stole drugs. She's talking legitimately crazy about crazy things. And Vicky even states it where she's like, literally, like, you may believe this is what's happening, but that does not mean that's what's actually happening.
Yeah.
Like that's 100% a very truthful and like Vicky's being the voice of reason here. It just happens that reason doesn't exist in this moment.
No.
You
Not
know?
at all. Not at all. And they end up making a play of like, hey, we need to get to the basement, but they do it like over the public intercom because obviously like
Yeah.
they don't understand English.
Yes.
And
It was like that was Vicky's like all in moment, like she where it
Yeah.
was where she was like she was that, and it was like a moment to be like she's smart,
yeah,
like
she can
you know,
handle herself. yeah.
yes,
And Mrs. Wheeler
Yes.
hears as well, and Mama Bear mode activated, right? Like
Yes.
incredible. But anyway, they make it to the laundry room, and the demi dogs are completely surrounding Lucas and all them
very
where they're
Jurassic
hiding.
Park
Yes,
reminiscent.
Very
raptors.
much.
Yep.
Yes.
Very much raptors. And the clanking on the dryer was
Yes.
just incredible. The demi dogs go over to it and they're staring at it. But we did see like when Mrs. Wheeler left her room, like she noticed the oxygen tank,
Yeah.
so you
Yep.
kind of got an idea what was going to
Yeah,
happen.
which it was cool because in that moment you're almost more like, oh, she just needs it to breathe. I think it's kind of like what they were trying to get
Yeah,
you
she
to
had
the point.
throat issues. Like there's
Yeah, she
stuff
had
going
throat
on with
issues.
her
Oh,
breathing. Yeah.
she's trying to catch up, but she knows she needs something to help her.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of where you were like kind of thinking, and
Yeah.
then you're like, oh,
Yeah.
oh,
That's what you do.
she's
for
like
her.
she's like Nancy, you know?
We all know where Nancy gets it from.
Yes.
And at this point, I'm like, dude, is Ted even alive? Like, what's
Yeah.
going on? Like,
No one
we have.
cares.
Like
No one
honestly,
cares about Ted.
like my whole like idea of like, oh, it's gonna be a cool sacrifice play. Nope, he just doesn't.
Yeah.
Honestly, he's just how he was through the rest of the series.
Yeah. It just.
An absentee father.
Yeah.
Like, he's technically there, but he's
He's in a coma. He's still in a
Yes.
coma.
I think he would have been an easy death. That you could,
Oh yeah, yeah.
yeah,
You could have
easy.
racked up some bodies. Yeah.
Yeah, you could have passed him off, and like it would have obviously was stung for some of the people, but
Yeah.
like it wouldn't have changed
But
anything
instead-
about
No.
storyline.
Instead, they put him in a coma.
but
So,
like in like
an
they-
out of sight coma.
and they could have made him like a real character. Like they could have had him like
Holly became a real
boy.
character. Like,
He could have become a real boy for a moment, and like I said, like either helping the kids or maybe he comes out of the coma and like
yeah, one good golf swing.
yeah, like
Did.
and then he helps like or something like that.
So okay, Mrs. Wheeler is a badass, and she destroys all of them.
Yes.
And she just kind of emerges from the smoke and ashes, and is so cool. Absolutely, so it gave me visuals of like the Terminator and like
Yeah.
how he kind of appears like for the first time out of like smoke and stuff, and like
Yep.
just out of nowhere. Anyway,
Yeah.
it was very cool, very cool. But the rest of the gang kind of got like a will vision saying that they found Max and they're going to her, and so then they end up racing to the hospital as well.
Yeah.
And so then Mike arrives and is able to see that Max is alive and talking and walking around, or not walking around, but around. And he tells his mom to stay. Like, I need you to rest.
Yeah.
We got this. Trust us. That kind of thing. We made it this far. We saved Will.
I really wish the Wheelers could have seen their kids in action. Like that is like I
Oh,
would have
yeah.
like even Holly. I would have loved to have seen Holly or the mom at some point see like especially Nancy just like Nancy on a
gosh.
gun would have been phenomenal.
Yeah.
Like just to see like the jaw dropping look on her mom's face as she just sees her just like destroy something with a shotgun.
Or like, Mom, I got this, and then like, and then
Yeah.
move on.
Yeah, yeah, that would have been phenomenal.
Yeah. So yeah, she ends up staying, and then they all go back to the squawk to kind of regroup. and figure out what's going on. And they do all out of nowhere. For me, it felt like out of nowhere. Hop, Dustin, all of them just kind of come back. They're there.
Yeah, they just kind of come back.
They came back from the upside down. No problems with military or anything like that. They just magically showed up.
And
They
they
just slide in and out of the upside down.
Yeah.
That was one of the issues I had with just the overall season. It's like they've just going right on in, right on out. Like in the first few seasons, it was like
Yeah.
a big deal and like hazmat suits and all this stuff. Obviously, particles everywhere.
yeah,
But
Right.
this season, it was just like
just a thing.
like crossing over like the
Yeah.
street.
Yeah, which the thing that I would say is the rifts have become so prevalent and they've become so much easier to pass through. Is kind of how I've seen it.
Yeah.
That is how I would justify it, at least, is that it's just become easier because the plan is becoming closer to fruition.
Yeah.
That's how I would play that out as structurally being a little bit better. Although it is true, they kind of do just kind of move back and forth. Sort of like kind of how in Game of Thrones in season 8, they were just like, you know what? You know how in like the last seasons it would take them 6 episodes to get from place to place?
Mm-hmm.
Now she just went across the sea and back, and it was like nothing.
Yeah. And okay, so while uh, there was I missed something big because I want to talk about the going to get help from their teacher.
Yes.
Oh, love Mr.
Finally,
Yeah, I know.
finally.
I've been
Mr.
waiting.
Clark, right? Is his
Yeah,
name? Mr.
I've
Yes.
been
Clark?
waiting for them to like
Mhm.
involve him for so long.
Yes,
It's like,
I
mean,
agree.
what I do like the hidden lessons that he's done in
Yeah.
every
Correct.
season. Like I
Yep.
think that's cool.
All relevant.
All relevant. It was like hidden within like plain sight. So like after you kind of caught on a few seasons ago, like you saw this season talking about the wormhole. Like, okay, this is cool.
Hmm.
You could
Yeah.
see where it's going. It was a small Easter egg, like to where you don't have to be a genius to figure it out, but it's also not like just right in your face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so like Erica and Murray, they go and get him, and
That made sense. That grouping that
Yeah.
made sense because like there was
they're no nonsense. They were straight to the point, getting it done.
It was the person that knows him
Yeah.
and the person that can drive.
Was he
like,
call him Snookums?
Snookums, dude.
Yeah.
And I love that
Honestly,
that's
like-
stuck the whole time.
You know, like it's kind of an interesting thing, like especially for like somebody who's in the '80s to be as nerdy as Mr. Clark is,
But
for him to be pulling tail the way he is, it's like
Yep, for real though. Yeah, it's like the librarian. Yeah. Erica, so amazing.
yeah,
I think there's not a scene that Erica was in this season that she would not kill
yeah,
it.
she's phenomenal. Yeah,
So anyway, so he helps create like a triangular way to find Dustin and all of
Yeah.
them and communicate with them, and that's why they kind of lead to them all rejoining together. But he's there as well, so he's a part of the team
Yes.
now. And so let's jump forward. They're all there. Dustin debriefs everybody on like the wormhole theory and how there's the abyss, there's the real world, and the upside down is the wormhole in between. And I love how Snookums and Erica, they're the ones to answer Dustin's questions of or the answer of like the wormhole of
Yeah.
being the reason why all of this is happening. In the
I mean, yeah,
first
because
place.
they're the 3 smartest people in the room.
Exactly. And but they
And then the
devise-
dumbest. It was funny is the dumbest person in the room is the one who ends up devising the plan.
Steve figures it out, right?
Yes.
Steve is like, hey, this whole abyss is coming down to us according to Dustin's theory. Why don't we just go to the highest point and wait for it, and then go into the other world to get the kids back?
Yeah.
And everyone's like, huh, he's right.
Yeah.
Have you seen all like the reels talking about like how they just use like inanimate objects to explain the most random stuff? So they're
yeah.
like pulling like a toaster oven and like I mean it's funny.
They do grab a bunch of random like throughout all the seasons.
Yeah,
I mean,
all the
that's-
seasons.
That is honestly like it's a great way to make things accessible.
Well,
Oh.
season 1 when Elle flips over the game board and to describe the upside down, like
Yes.
that was
So simple.
yeah.
but
Like,
like it got the point across. You know?
to me, it was people like poking fun at something that was easy to poke fun at.
Yeah.
But I thought it was pretty funny. Like, I mean, I
Yeah.
didn't expect
There's-
anything else.
There's some great
Yeah.
stuff going on right now.
Oh yeah,
But yeah, it's like and it's great because it's this idea, and it's the same reason why they use D&D. It's because it's a way to conceptualize in a way that we would understand
Yeah.
everything that's going on. You know, like it's not really like Vecna the Mind Flayer. That's not their names.
No,
yeah.
That's not what
their
those
names.
things are. Like there's at no point is Vecna like, yeah, my name is Vecna.
Right.
Like
Do they ever call Henry like Vecna to his face? Because that like it would be really funny if he was
That's a
just
good
like,
point.
what
He's just
is
like, "Who?"
that?
Yeah,
Who's
that's
that?
a great point. And
He's
I don't
just
know.
he's just like Damon Hansu in in Guardians of the Galaxy. Ooh,
ooh, yeah,
yeah, just
exactly. So they all debrief. They have a plan. They're getting prepared for the plan. And Will on this journey of self-discovery and figuring
Yes.
out who he is, thanks to Robin and her Tammy moment. Will tries to one up Vecna because Vecna apparently showed him a world where he's alone because nobody could accept him.
yeah,
So he took a leap of faith and shared with everybody that he's actually gay, and it was like the biggest build up and the most critical moment of this entire fight, and he's slowing down to tell everybody. I don't have a problem with him telling everybody. What I have a problem with is there's more important things to do right now than
Yeah.
what's going on. But he was using it as Vecna no longer has a tool over me,
yeah.
so therefore I am free.
I
fight
do
Vecna,
understand it
which
was
I get.
it was honestly it's very similar to what was happening in the lab. You may not have enjoyed those scenes,
Hmm.
but they were in scenes that allowed you to free yourself for later action.
Yeah.
The one thing I like, well, not the one thing. I'll say the main thing I had a problem with in that scene is why is he telling everyone? Those people don't give two
There's-
crap.
Yeah, there's people that don't care. Yeah.
Literally, we are 5 seasons in, hours upon hours in, and Will and Steve have never spoken to each other once. There is no dialogue ever between those two characters. So
Yeah.
why is Steve in the room?
Yeah.
Why is why is Murray in the room? Why is Callie's tiny little ass hiding in the background? Or like why is she there?
Yeah.
You know, like
Why is
it-
Vicky there?
yeah, why is Vicky there?
Like
Again, don't have a problem with like him coming out and what all that like.
It should be his mom, his
whatever.
friends,
yeah, it should be his mom, the D&D group, L. Like honestly,
Robin, because at this point she's
Robin,
the
yeah,
catalyst.
so
Yeah.
she is she's his mentor. Like
Yeah.
he
But,
I
like
understand.
Nancy doesn't even need to be there. Like
True.
there could have been a 5 second be like, hey guys,
Yeah.
can I talk to y'all really quick in private?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just that little statement, because like at first I think like okay like that's what's happening, and then they scan out and I'm like, this
Yeah,
is
there's a lot of
this is
people.
weird.
And it kind of takes away from like the general intimacy of the moment.
That's what I
like,
was thinking.
too. And it makes it kind of too big. And honestly, the one thing in the moment that I kind of didn't like is like he implies that in this moment that his crush is Will.
Hmm.
I'm sorry, is Mike.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's kind of like that's incredibly like I feel like that was a little underhanded to Mike in that moment. It's like, hey, I'm gonna tell this whole group that only one person in this group, even though that was another. Actually, that was one of the parts that got me. He's like, no one here knows this, and Robin's in the room, and she 100% knows it. Like,
Yeah.
I know, yeah, maybe he hasn't said it, but she knows it.
She knows it. Yeah.
Like, she knows it.
Wait, does everybody know that Robin's a lesbian?
I don't even think so.
Because like
That
it's
too.
like who's this Vicky
Because she was
girl?
sneaking around with Vicky and hiding. Yeah. There's never any
yeah, like,
Like
explanation. Yeah.
nobody's like,
Yeah.
wait, who's this?
But anyway, like I felt like it was a little disrespectful to his best friend in that moment to like call out that situation as right in front of everyone else. It's like if you're gonna bring up that idea, you tell that person in even more private. Like yes, coming out to everyone, cool. Do what you have to do. But like to like call to do it and be like, hey, also like you right there, you're the one that I like. Like, like essentially that's what he did
yeah.
He's
in
like-
front of everyone. It's like, wait, what? So like, I'm just finding this out like right now.
He's like, I don't like you. I like you.
Yes.
Also, but I will say this may be jumping a little bit, but like Mike totally got him back. Remember when they were climbing the tower, and he says like,
We're
you
not
know,
friends.
yeah, he's like,
Oh, yeah,
we'll
yeah.
always be friends. He's like, no, not friends. And then he pauses, and like you see Will's face. It's just like, oh yeah. And he's like, best
Best
friend.
Yeah.
I was like,
Friend zoned.
"Oh."
Friend zoned.
Yeah, he friend zoned him hard.
Yeah. So, so that kind of like, they're gearing up to go, and that kind of like puts a halt on everything, and then
Yeah, you're right. It did. It slowed everything.
Yeah, it
down.
slowed everything
Really
down.
Should have been.
Yeah, it
ramped
was
there
up.
was build up. There was build up, and
Yep.
then it kind of like came to a complete halt,
Yes.
and then it kind of that's it. That's where volume.
Well,
Oh, yeah,
we
yeah,
still
yeah,
have to
yeah,
talk
yeah.
about
Sorry,
Holly
sorry.
by herself.
We come back to Holly. We last saw her slingshotting through the sky.
Yep.
She is now back with Vecna, hooked back up
Yes.
to the hose of the mouth,
Yeah.
tentacle of the mouth.
Matrix.
Exactly. They're back in Henry's mind. All the kids. Henry's been telling them that she's been corrupted.
Yes.
She
Need
is.
to get her back on track.
Yep. Figure it out. Like the monsters are gonna come, and she's not gonna be saved. That kind of thing.
These kids are vicious. To
Yeah,
her.
they are so.
Like honestly,
dude,
like
Lord
it
of the
is-
Flies, man.
It is rough.
Yeah.
Dude,
Like-
kids are mean.
yeah.
Just kids are mean.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
and honestly, I felt like one thing that I did not particularly like is like I felt like they built up this character of Derek, and then as soon as like they get like he just kind of disappears, like in the sense of like, and I feel and the and I feel like I did hear about the Duffer Brothers, like his role wasn't supposed to be that big, and they wrote him in more. So maybe they just didn't have as much for him at the end.
You can kind of
But
you can kind of explain it. You can kind of explain it like he is a younger kid, not the same age as like the main kids,
Yeah.
right? And he just saw an image of his
all his
entire family members
I
dead.
understand that, but like
Yeah.
I wanted to see him be like
Yeah,
he kind of stalls out as a character, honestly, in my mind. Like after that moment, like he doesn't like his one moment. He doesn't get his redemption moment back, really ever. Because like he says essentially he's when Holly's asking for him to like verify what she's saying,
yeah, he doesn't have her back.
he doesn't have her back, and then even later he doesn't have her back even later. Like I feel like there's a part later on where I feel like he really could have had her back and redeemed himself, and they
Yeah.
didn't do anything with it then either.
Yeah,
But anyway, honestly, it was really
yeah, all the kids ganging up on her.
beating up on her, like
Yeah.
just literally just like tearing off Holly the heroic, and like
Oh, so bad.
just like
man.
straight up just pushing her down the stairs. Like
Yeah, she bashes her head, and
Yeah.
she's like
Yep.
all concussed. And they bring her to the table. They sit down. They all hold hands, and their heads shoot up, and that's,
yeah,
That was awesome.
That's
eyes
yeah,
roll.
That
and
was
then that ends.
honestly that part was cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
it
was really cool.
It was. So that ends, and we have gone 48 minutes talking about Volume 2.
Yep.
It's 3 episodes.
Yeah, 3 episodes. Fantastic. We are going to give the full official spoiler warning for the finale. We are giving the full spoiler warning. We are talking 100% finale starting right now. So, fellas, 2 hours and 8 minutes on Netflix.
Yes.
Or you can go to the theater and see 2 hours and 30 minutes because they played a little bit of the end of Volume 2 and then it led into.
Okay.
Okay.
So, overall thoughts on the finale. Just yay, nay, good, bad, ugly, and then we'll dive into the nitty gritty.
I'd say it mostly gave us what we wanted.
Mm-hmm.
There were definitely moments where you were like, they could have done something different, something a little better here. But I think for the most part, they did a good job of finishing it off.
Okay.
I agree. I think they landed the plane. I mean, that was. I'm not gonna lie. Like after part two, I was pissed and I was nervous because it was fully the. I mean, we've talked about it. But the Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
It was how in the world can they wrap
So
every
many storylines.
yes, so many storylines, so many loose ends, and like how can they do that in 2 hours?
Yeah,
And they did it.
yeah.
Like, I was really impressed they did it.
Well, part of the reason we were able to do it is I think they literally sent episode 7. I think they saw what was happening, and they sent episode 7 out there to be a sacrificial lamb, and they
And
got
boy,
rid
did it
of
die.
and they got rid of multiple all the emotional storylines. Like I've been saying, they tied them up, and they were like, "We're going to just get those out of the way so that we can focus on getting the mission done." Because otherwise, through this, you would have been having to deal with Will dealing with his sexuality, Nancy and Jonathan dealing with their relationship, Dustin and Steve dealing with their relationship.
Mhm.
All those things would have been, holding back. So they were able to unleash this episode because they were able to kind of just like take old Yeller out back.
Yeah. Oh man.
I was worried with the way that the Will scene slowed down 7 that we were just gonna kind of meander into the finale.
Yeah.
And I felt like they started it strong and they kind of kept the action going
Yeah.
um, from the beginning of it.
So-
So I think that was good pacing.
So for me, the finale, I liked it. I did. I enjoyed it. I thought it was good. In my mind of like my dark twisted mind, I wanted more like chaos and carnage and destruction and more elevated stakes. I don't know. I just feel like the world that Vecna is in with the monsters everywhere and the body trail that has been left through seasons 1 through 4, like significant characters were killed off. Yes, they were introduced that season, but still, like characters were killed off, man. I mean, you got Barb, you got Bob, you had like all these people, Eddie and
What was
Chrissy and
what was the not Nikolai,
Anton or something like that.
the Russian guy?
Yeah, like
oh yeah.
yeah.
So,
Like all these bodies, right?
Yes.
Like,
Benny.
but I feel like we didn't really get that many.
So honestly though, when you break it down, it's like one per season, and that's it.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah.
and you may not cared about her,
Mm-hmm.
but you did get one.
Yeah.
Like,
True.
you got Collie. Like,
That's the
you,
thing. I didn't care about any of them. I liked Eddie. Eddie was probably
Yeah.
Eddie, the
biggest
Russian,
one.
the Russian. Like, I felt bad for him because I felt like he was a guy who was like emerging in like the idea of seeing himself become a real person after being kind of like locked up for like all
Right.
his life. Like, so it was sad seeing him not being able to like fulfill the things that he wanted to.
Right.
I think statistically, whereas like they made the party so huge, like one of them had to catch a
Right.
stray.
I
Yeah.
feel like
That bothered me. Like even if it was a B character like
Right.
like a Erica, a Murray,
Ooh,
like
you touch Erica, dude.
I'm
Careful.
just saying,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
someone in that, Mr. Clark, even like
Yeah.
Robin.
Yeah.
I think those are like B characters.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
they could have easily killed some of them off.
Yeah, and elevated the stakes even, right? Like, yeah. So, but overall, I enjoyed it. I did think it did land the plane. It did go the opposite direction of Marvel, and I felt satisfied with it. So, let's kind of dive in. Let's run this through, okay? The let's see where we're at. Okay, so everybody who's in the Upside Down, they all load up in the truck in the beginning of the episode. They go right on through the frequency of the fence, was talked about by Mr. Clark Snookums
Yep.
about matching the frequency and being able to open it up. He casts his elvish spell to open the gate, and they all go straight through. Gunfire. Nancy pops her head out and just freaking starts mowing people down.
Yeah.
I was like, Nancy's legitimately killing soldiers right now.
I will like this season. They all of a sudden they just did not care about the military.
No,
Like they just were like they were just done.
they were
They
bodies
were like,
to be
we're just-
stacked.
Because like even like a Hop earlier was just like, yeah, I'm just gonna start, clacking people. Like he just
yes.
like all of a sudden like those characters did not matter. Like
Right.
the idea of like life was unimportant.
Exactly. People were not real. So then they work their way into the Upside Down. And first, they have to drop off Elle, Hop, and Murray at the lab with the exotic matter.
Yes.
And then the others are going to squawk to the tower so they can climb to get to the abyss when it gets low enough.
Yes.
So, lab
Yeah,
first?
Let's go lab.
Yeah, we know the lab. Also, remember Kali's there too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Kali is there.
She's the
too.
one like in the background. You just can't see.
Dude, she's like 4'8",
Yes.
dude. It's hard
Yeah.
to see her sometimes, man.
Yeah.
She's like,
Like honestly, like she's not a bad actress,
mhm.
but I'm like why that choice? She's just like she looks like a little child.
I mean, she's supposed to. Like she was supposed to look like she was relatively the same age as Elle.
Like she looks the same age as like Elle did in season 2,
Except for the fact that she's like 10 years older than her
but she
in
looks
real life.
Yeah, that's true. Good point. Okay, so they're at the lab. Murray goes to the roof ahead of everybody else to set up all the C4 and get everything in place. Hop and Elle and Kali get to the chamber.
Yep.
And because they need to be able to get into Vecna's mind, and they load up Elle. It's very dramatic. Like Hop has a emotional conversation with Elle about like his daughter and her, and like she's they very connected. They load her up in the tank, and she goes to Vecna's mind where we left off with Volume 2.
Yeah, I think it was really cool the way they did, where they her hair was very well, like the design for her hair was perfectly set up to where it was so reminiscent of her shaved head when she was in the chamber.
Yep.
Like she looked, like you were like, she might as well be shaved head right now. Like you were like, it just looked so similar, like stylistically to how she was. So I really enjoyed that detail because it really created this like parallel to her previous time in the chamber.
Yes, no, I agree. That's a good point. And so they go into Henry's house in his mind. They're all in their mind now. They see the kids. She immediately, as soon as she gets in there, uses her powers and throws Henry
Yes.
straight out the window. All the kids are freed from the trance. Max, they go pick up Max along the
Yes,
way.
they do pick up
Yep.
Max. Yes.
Which, it's funny because Vicky, she goes to get snacks and it comes back and Max is like in her trance.
Yeah.
And she's
you're like,
just
oh my. You're like, oh. I think initially you're like, uh-oh. You're like, uh-oh, Vecna got to her.
Yep.
If you look at it, she doesn't look like she does when she's in the trance from Vecna.
Yeah.
If you really think about it,
Yeah.
like she has a different look. It doesn't look as violent as what Vecna does it, probably purposefully, but like you do see her like come out and you're like, uh-oh. You're like, this is not good.
Yeah. And so they picked up Max along the way, and Max tells the kids, like, I'm not a monster. I can prove it to you. Kali puts up her fake wall of empty, like the empty room, and
That was really cool.
this is very clever. This is
Yeah,
very
I thought that
clever
was
here.
awesome.
Henry comes back in, and Elle gets him to spill the beans as, like, you're a monster, like, and the kids are seeing all this. And they follow Max out of there, and they escape.
Yes.
And Vecna realizes that it's all a trick from Kali and goes and sees, and the kids are gone and they're running. I thought that was very well done, but Vecna's like getting ready to get slashed with a knife, and he
Hello,
did.
But
brother.
of course, Holly has to
Yep.
be dramatic about it and not just do it.
Yeah. So then he dips, and then we know that he has been woken up, and then he is now trying to mess with everybody else. And so while Max is leading the kids away in the mind, we do see Hopper dealing with his own mind issues, right?
Yes.
And so the room starts filling with gas. What he thinks, right?
Yeah,
And
it's Agent. I think it's Agent Orange is what it is.
okay, yeah.
Yeah.
And he's like shooting everywhere, and um, he ends up shooting the tank or the area where the in front of the tank where he doesn't realize it's the tank, and the door opens and like you see L shot.
That was such an awesome
It
scene.
was a
Yeah.
great shot.
Really
Yeah.
clever.
Yeah, and she's bleeding out, and he's like, she's dead. I got to get in there. He's banging on the tank, which there's signals set up for Hop's knocking is to communicate to her in her trance. And she's like, "Why is he knocking? It's not time yet. Like it's all in rhythmic. Like it's
Yeah.
not out of." And so he's banging and breaking this thing, and she gets knocked out of the water and disappears. She wakes up, but because she wakes up, Kali wakes up,
Yep.
and then
Max
Max,
wakes up.
a little
That's-
delayed. Max is a little delayed. She's able to tell them directions. She's like, "Go to the cave, stay there. We're gonna come and find you. We're gonna come get you. Like, stay alive, survive."
Yes.
Which
is
yeah.
Which honestly, we kind of probably should have known that it was like fake because like they're still in there and they're fine.
Yeah,
Like Elle isn't reacting at all to the fact that she got shot.
right.
So like that's kind of actually like a way of them. You're kind of like, oh, what do you think about it? You're like, oh, like that's kind of a way of showing like she wasn't actually hurt. It was just a part of the show,
Yes.
in a way. So and then we get to see Holly like take charge and really become like Holly the heroic for all these kids. She's guiding them and showing them what to do and making sure that they all get there. She's being the leader that she needs to be, making sure that Derek ends up actually getting there too. Which then, like I don't know, him becoming like the weak link again was kind of like,
Dude, it's a fat thing.
yeah,
It's a fat thing.
it
get
it
it.
is, and I get
We've all been there.
and I get like the fact that like they could be like, oh well, then he kind of redeems himself because he saves her, but it's also like it didn't feel like it was enough. I feel like they were building him up to be like like a core type of character, and he
Yeah.
just didn't get back to there in my
I think
mind.
it was that scene was very reminiscent of like heavyweights. You know what I'm talking about? Like the
Yeah.
scene where they're like going on that pike.
Yep.
That's what I kept thinking about. Like Derek's fat tail was dragging behind.
Yes, exactly. They do make it to the cave though.
Yep.
Should we stay on the kids here, or should we veer and jump to like Hop and Kali and L? What do you think, guys?
Let's see. So we can probably go to like Hop and L.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. So Hop is holding L's like what he thinks is shot up body, but she's like,
Yeah.
"What are you doing?" And he's like, "What's going on?" And like, Vecna got to you, that kind of thing, right?
I kind of wish there was like a more emotional moment in that. He was like having like a break.
Yeah.
He was like, "I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I thought
Yeah.
like
He was like he looked like a whoop puppy.
Well,
in the corner,
yeah.
like
Well,
just kind of like standing off. Like,
Elle even calls him out. It's like,
Yeah.
Vecna, he beat you. Like he won. Like
Yeah.
you let him win. Like that kind of thing.
yeah,
And I was like, dang, dude, Elle coming at Hop, man. And then Kali picks up a gun and is pointing at Hop. Shimano.
yeah."
What do you think about it?
honestly, like that scene, like when she pulls out, she I don't know, like anything with Collie was just so. She was such an insufferable character, like
She
through
was.
everything. Like she pulls this gun on Hop, and then Hop and her having this conversation. Her and Elle, or him and Elle are having this conversation, and like through it, like she kind of like comes to like this conclusion that like she doesn't want to shoot him now. or like put a gun to him, and it's like I don't know. It just I feel like they were wanting people to feel something for Kali, and
I
like
felt,
there was nothing there.
yeah, I felt
Mhm.
disgust.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like I know that they, like the Duffer Brothers had said at some point, like before the season, like these are the episodes you need to rewatch
Right.
because, like, I mean, the ratings agree with it, but that was the worst episode
It was.
of
Yes.
the
Oh, yeah.
entire series. It was completely pointless,
Yeah.
and like I felt like they had to find a way to bring it back in, and I'm not trying to crap on it, but it's
Yeah.
like
I-
you don't have to tell me you had the entire story figured out from season one. I'm okay if you're like yeah, like it's blown up and like we're figuring
They were
things
piecing
out.
it together. Yeah.
Yeah, like I mean that's great
Yeah.
because they're incredibly talented.
Right. Yeah.
But like that one episode was terrible. I just skipped
was so
on my
bad.
rewatch.
Yeah. It was bad. It was bad.
Yeah.
So then Murray alerts them and tells them that there's company here. You got to get out of there. And so they're running around. The military special ops people
Yeah.
show up, and dude, the helicopter shows up with the sound machine that blocks L's powers.
Yeah.
And she's kind of out of commission. Kali is out of commission. Hop picks up L and just like ditches Kali, and I was like,
Yeah.
yes, let's go, baby. Now we're talking.
But then he does the right thing.
Yeah,
man.
he goes back and he ends up getting hit in the head and captured and then interrogated. And then Murray, he's on the rooftop, like, I don't know if this is going to mean anything, but he like gets a
That was
grenade.
awesome.
But it was a super cool scene.
It was.
honest.
It was. Thank you, Murray. Yeah, I'm glad you're alive still. And chucks a grenade, blows up the helicopter. Kali is getting ready to get shot because Hop won't answer the questions, and the explosion moves his gun slightly, but not completely. And L shows up, snaps everybody's necks.
Yeah.
But then the main dude, like, dude,
That was
brutal,
That-
brutal.
I really didn't think that she was going to do that,
Mm.
but I'm glad she did. Like
Yeah.
it was well deserved.
Well
and
deserved.
It was such a cool scene.
Tilts his gun up under his chin, pulls the trigger.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. I was kind of expecting her to like she turned it on him,
Yeah,
and then she just kind of like or just like unloads it.
yeah,
She's like, I'm not like you, and then just kind of like knocks him out or something like that. But it also would have been very stupid because she just snapped all those people's necks.
yeah. Right, correct. Yeah, exactly.
But it would have been honestly, it would have fit really well into the theme of like every movie ever made,
Yeah,
because there's always these like moments where it's like the hero like mows down every single random henchman who's just there, but then it gets to the boss,
the big
and
guy.
the
Yeah,
big guy, and she's like, they're like, I'm not like you, and like saves the dude's life.
that's
There's just,
so
like, this-
funny, dude.
This like line of dead bodies.
Yeah, but instead, like he ends up shooting Kali in the stomach. She's bleeding out, and she essentially dies. Maybe
Maybe.
we'll get there. And so they go to the roof to meet up with Murray. Murray is so clueless to what the heck just happened, and like
Yeah, he's
Finally,
just overjoyed that they're alive.
overjoyed that they're alive, but then like forgets about Kali's existence.
It's like,
Kinda
oh,
like we all
like-
want to. Yeah.
Yeah, like everyone else wants to. Yeah.
But yeah, he was just ahead of us. That's all. And he's like, "Oh, sorry," like that kind of
Yeah.
thing, right? And so then they're basically just waiting to hear from everybody else. Fast forward, everybody else. They make it to the squawk. They climb up the tower. I love how Jonathan's like, "Pace yourself. It's gonna be a long trip up." But yet, like him and Steve raced up at the
Yeah,
beginning,
just
like
raced.
exactly. But anyway, they
But also, you got to think like you had Joyce Byers going up there, who's like his mom, who's like almost 50 years old at this point.
correct, yeah.
Yeah, like it's not necessarily the most physically fit group.
Right, yeah. And so they're all heading up there. We do get Mike putting Will in the friend zone heavily with saying your
Yes.
best friend. And they make it to the top. They start seeing the abyss coming down to them, which is very cool visuals, by the
Oh
way.
yeah, it looked
Yeah.
I
awesome.
will say the special effects, the CGI for
it's
the
still,
Abyss
like,
and it was very very top tier. And Steve realizes that they are not aligned with what they thought, and
Yes.
so they like Elle, whatever Elle's got to do, she's got to do it now, that kind of thing, and that's when she like was able to stop Vecna, and what we talked about already. But so uh, it like the abyss is coming down on them. The tower's breaking. Steve saves. Is it Dustin, right? Or who's about to fall? Someone's about to fall, or someone's about to get knocked over, and then Steve ends up falling.
Yes.
I forget who he's trying to save. I think it is Dustin, or maybe Nance.
Yeah, because I think he threw Dustin. So-
Okay,
Yeah.
but then like he's hanging there with one hand, typical like scene, somebody hanging off a cliff with one hand, and then they fall. But it was like the craziest
It was like a
like
5-second cut.
cut of black.
Yes.
And that's it. You didn't hear anything. You didn't see anything. And it comes back, like Steve's falling. It comes back with them grabbing his hand. And it's Jonathan.
Yes.
Jonathan has his hand. Tell him to hold on. They pull him up. All's good in the world.
Which, once again, if they hadn't tied up those emotional ties in the last episode, it would have been significantly harder for you to see Jonathan saving him in that moment.
Correct. Yeah.
Did you see the Jimmy Fallon, like the Funko Pop thing?
No, I did not.
So like on Jimmy Fallon, the Duffer Brothers were on there a few weeks ago, and like they had him, Jimmy had them like enact the whole season like with the Funko Pops of all the characters, and like of course they were like very vague about stuff, but then like one of the things they did was they like knocked Steve off the desk, like his Funko.
Oh. Got people talking.
Yeah, got people talking, and so I thought that was pretty funny.
That was pretty
Yeah.
funny.
I do want to throw out the whole, like, there was the moment where Steve and Dustin make essentially the suicide pact. Of,
Oh, yeah, that's
You
right.
die, I die, or you die, I die.
Yeah, heavy foreshadow there. Yeah.
Yeah.
What if Steve did die? Do you think like Dustin just runs and jumps off?
Rather than saving him, yeah.
He's like, "Dang it."
I think honestly what I think would have happened is he would have died fighting the Mind Flayer. I think he would have just been so reckless in what he was doing up there that would have killed him.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So anyway, because he saved him, everything stopped. Everything ended up stopping after they got saved. He's up there. They see the crack to get to the abyss.
Yeah.
They climb through. Nancy goes first.
Nancy goes first, which I understand.
Yeah.
I don't like I was saying when we were watching part of it here. I don't understand why you send Dustin through next. Like,
Yeah.
Dustin should not be. Dustin is he's
The brains.
he's the brains. He's a bard. You don't put a bard on the front line.
Yeah.
Like, that's just a dumb move.
Yeah.
And even in D&D, like, he should be further in the back to where he can help you make decisions. But like, he should be one of the last people through, honestly. But yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, they all get up there and they are so close to getting the kids back, right? Like you can feel it now,
Yeah.
and you're watching this.
They're at Vecna's tree, like.
Yeah. You see this tree-looking thing, and they're working their way there.
Did you see the someone had posted a few weeks ago like the callback? It was like
Season 1, the
Yeah,
poster
yeah,
in
that was really
Mike's
cool.
room.
yeah, never noticed that. I thought it was awesome.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. You see that tree-looking thing.
Yeah.
All right, so Elle, and when she gets to the roof, she looks up. She's like, "I can jump these rocks to get up there with them."
Yeah.
Oh,
Um,
then they yada yada'd over it.
Well, I saw that happen, and my wife was like, "They didn't even show her jumping." I was like, "Budget, gotta stick to the budget."
100%.
For sure. All right, so let's jump over to Holly and all of
Well, I
them
think
real
it's
quick.
also because you've already seen her make that jump.
They played it out in volume 1.
Yeah.
for sure.
So like, there was no need to like have that happen again.
Yeah. So Holly leading all of them through the memories to the cave.
Oh yeah.
But Henry, determined to get these kids back, fights through his pain and
Yes.
suffering, enters the cave, chases the kids. They have to go into the wasteland area.
Yeah.
Down the little shaft to where we were left off with younger Henry's memory, where it was too tragic for him to even relive. And it's when he first gets introduced to this
To the mind flayer.
mind flayer and the monsters of the abyss. Becomes one with him, and Will is connected to him, and they have this conversation. I kind of liked this dialogue between them more than I think anyone else did.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, honestly, I was okay with it because it was like, I think it would have been cheesy in this moment if through all that we had happened, if Henry would have been like, you know what, you're right.
You're right. I'm on your side now. Yeah.
Yeah, like I think it would have been, especially with all the damage he had done to like the whole world, like
Yeah.
in everything in their lives. Like
Dude,
I
he
don't think there was
split-
any
he split
redemption.
the earth in four. Like it was. Yeah.
I don't think he deserved the arc, like
No.
the redemption arc at the end. As a small spoiler here, what I thought of it as was like the last season of My Hero Academia.
Hmm.
Like the whole point of like through that series, like they were like, there's a scared little kid in there that I want to save,
Yeah.
and like I kept thinking like they were gonna try to save Henry
Hmm.
while while killing Vecna, like trying to find a way to separate the two.
Yeah.
And I love they didn't. Like I
Yeah.
thought that was really cool because he had that chance,
Yeah.
and he's like, nope,
No,
we
but
are
you're
we
one.
are
It didn't in My
one.
Hero though too. Like they attempted to the little scared little kid, but then he ended up being true to his evil form. So
Yeah.
yes, you're right. It was a similar, very similar.
Yeah, I was watching it, and I was like talking to my wife about it because she was in the room and I was watching My Hero, and she was like, no, I didn't see any of that. Well, okay. I'll just
Nice.
wait till I talk to the boys about it.
Yeah, there you go. That's absolutely good connection between Vecna and Shigaraki.
Yeah.
So okay, Henry fights through all this, and like Will and him have their dialogue in their mind, and like Henry is like, dude, I'm done. I'm over this. I'm not being used by the Mind Flayer. We are together as one, making this
Yes.
decision, and all of a sudden we see this weird looking like what we call it earlier. We called it
Trey.
yeah, like the
tree,
tree looking
yes.
thing starts to move and bend, and we're like, holy crap! Like I know I was like, holy crap! Like
Yeah.
Yeah,
it starts to turn into the mind flare, but
Yeah.
like physical form instead of like phantom form, like it was, and you could tell like everyone who is on the abyss seeing this happen, like it's us versus the world now because like there's no way that we have a chance like at
Yeah.
all, and
we're gonna go out. We're gonna go out swinging.
Correct.
Was essentially the attitude they took, which was awesome. I love the fact that they were just like they're resigned to like we're either going to win or we're going to die.
yeah, that was it.
Like
They had all embraced it too.
yeah,
And
like
so-
there was no like hesitation. There was no like half measures in this. You know, like
Yeah.
and then of course you get Nancy being like we get another awesome scene of Nancy, and you also get Lucas. Like
Yeah,
Lucas is
slingshot.
he's the field general. He literally tells them this is what we're gonna do. Like
Yeah.
we're gonna lure him over there. We need somebody to bait him over there, and then we're gonna get on top, and then we are going to attack.
Yep.
And then we're going to attack. It's all Lucas's plan. Like through all of that is him being like the field general, literally.
Yeah. And so yeah, they do that, and Elle shows up from jumping on the rocks that we didn't get
Yes.
to see. It probably was cool, and she ends up going and she's fighting this beast and cuts through it.
Yeah.
Awesome jump sequence, by the way. I've heard
Awesome
cool.
jump sequence.
jumping into the mind flare.
That was
Very
super
cool. Splits it open, goes right through
And
it.
I will say, if we got the jump sequence, we wouldn't have gotten the cool rock hitting it and being like, "What's that?" for just a millisecond.
Right.
For a millisecond, you're like, "What was that?" If you had gotten the jump sequence, I think we would have been like 100%. Oh, that's just Elle
Right.
showing
Yeah,
up.
that's true.
Correct. Yeah, good point. And then so she's inside now, and then she's having this one-on-one battle with physical Vecna.
Yes, where she starts it off with this, like maybe the biggest pocket sand moment I have ever seen. When she just takes all that dirt, she just like
Oh, heaves it.
heaves that a biggest seed I've ever seen of pocket sand.
That's pretty funny because it was like a dust cloud.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, wild. While meanwhile everybody else is lowering the mind flare to this like canyon area. Nancy's going freaking Nance Bow Rambo style on this thing. Incredible. Um, we saw Nancy earlier give Mike a flare, and he's like
Yes.
so excited that he got a gun, but it's actually a flare.
Yeah.
Used to perfection.
Yes.
You had Lucas shooting the grease or oil or whatever on it and lighting it up with the flare with Mike.
Yes.
Dustin and Steve for Eddie stabbing the belly of the mind
Yes.
flare, which I was like, that's a terrible place to be
Yep.
because if your plan is successful, that thing's gonna fall right down on top of you.
Yes. Although honestly, what I was kind of expecting when they were underneath it, I was expecting like little versions. These looked like
Oh,
egg sacks.
Yeah.
Like I was like, are we gonna get like little ones that they're just gonna have to like
no.
stomp or stab out?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm glad they didn't do
And I
that.
will say, the whole time that all of this is going on, in the right side up, the military has figured out that Erica and Snookums was the radio frequency,
Yep.
and then they also went to the squawk and figured out that Max and Vicky were there.
Yep.
And like, so they're taking care of all that stuff.
Vicky just sings like a songbird.
Well, I mean, she at first attempted to hide Max.
Oh,
But then Max, she couldn't go down the stairs because she was in a wheelchair. So then they stayed
yeah.
right at the door, so everyone
could
could
have made it down the stairs.
I feel like Vicky could have carried her. Yeah, I
Or
agree.
Just,
Yeah.
just give it a
Drag her.
little push.
Yeah. So anyway,
It's life or death. Like what do you like? Drag her.
Yeah.
Just be okay with it.
but that's all they're dealing with. They're just dealing with the military capturing them, but then everybody else is like fighting for their life,
Yes.
and which is they're doing a good job holding off the mind flare, which is affecting Vecna while he's fighting L. Which I did like the fact that like they were connected, kind of they can kind of feel each other. L ended up getting the upper hand and shoves Vecna onto this pointy rock, conveniently placed.
Well,
at an
also like
angle.
Will is helping.
Will, okay, yeah.
That was
So
cool. I really
was
liked
cool.
that.
because Vecna was about to get L, but Will went into
Yes.
Vecna's mind and pulled him back. Pulled him back.
Which I think is just a generally like just,
Yeah.
it's very important because like through all this, like they gave Will all these powers and stuff like that. So it's like he has to use them for something
Right.
in this moment. So like him saving L's life, or at least maybe not saving her life in the moment, but helping her
her
in
the
the
upper hand.
moment.
Yeah.
Like that final like push, you know?
Gave her that final push. Stabs Vecna. They go in there, get all the kids unhooked from the tentacles. Derek is just like cheesing and smiling at Steve and Mike. And
Well, then before that, don't we get Joyce
Mm,
getting her?
well, no, that's after the kids.
Okay,
because
okay.
everybody. I mean, that's what I was building up there. Because all the kids and everybody are all free. Joyce enters. Vecna's still alive, but like breathing weird. And then she starts hacking away at his neck, and everybody is just locked in
Yes.
on watching this.
We're getting all these moments of like each chop is leading to a moment. Like
Bob,
yeah.
or like her, like taking Will.
Yep.
Yes. Like Lucas holding Max.
Hmm.
You know, like oh
Great scene, great flashes. But the craziest thing is like all the kids are watching. Everybody, like those kids just happen. Like this is the like
Yeah.
in season 5, they just got taken. They are new to this whole entire thing, and you're just watching this lady just hack at them. We as the audience are like, oh yeah, go get him.
yeah, he deserves
These
it.
kids have got to be like, this is crazy. What is she doing? Like, what? This
Yeah.
is nuts.
In the moment, I was sitting here thinking, my 11-year-old daughter's never watched Stranger Things. So afraid of it. She went to a cousin's sleepover where they were watching it together,
Oh my goodness.
and so she was watching it for the first time.
And that's
And
what
I'm sitting here thinking, like,
she's them.
oh,
She's
yeah.
the
I
kids.
was like, she
Yeah.
has seen a lot of stuff in this episode.
Yep, for sure.
This will come up in therapy later.
So anyway, Joyce hacks off the head. They all kind of leave and disperse, and they all escape
Yeah, they have this moment of like they're riding away and they're
in the truck of joy and
yeah,
peace.
they're like full of joy. You know, like it really.
Murray and Hop drive past them in the Hummer.
Yes, like I do like the
very
like so
playful.
when Steve is the one that gets Dustin and just like the care that he gives to like wipe off his glasses and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Like you get to see once again that like Steve is you get to see that Steve is like the dude.
Yeah.
Like he just cares so much, especially for the kids. Like even kids he doesn't know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. But then they all exit, and the military is waiting for them,
Yep.
and popped all their tires, unloads everybody, lines them up against the truck. Hop is like trying to get it free, break out. No L. They like,
No
where the heck
L.
is she? They look at the entrance to the Upside Down, and she's there,
Yep.
standing there, and Mike tries to run after her. They have a moment in Elle's mind where they're connected. She's explaining everything to him, like, I gotta go. This is never gonna end. It's a cycle.
Yeah.
And uh, because of the bomb they set, the C4, the Upside Down blows up, Elle along with them, and the Upside Down is gone. Crazy sequence, crazy events. I was watching this in real time and like, holy crap, they actually did it. They actually got rid of L, and everything is gone. And then the epilogue kind of starts. We get an 18 months later,
Yep.
and we pick up on where everybody's at in life. And it opens with Robin, Rockin' Robin, kind of narrating everybody's
Yeah.
thing, which is well done. I mean, I think that's a good way of doing it. And so it's graduation for the class of 1989, which is
Yes.
our beloved students. And they're all getting their caps and gowns on, and there's interactions. We see Dustin, who's a valedictorian, with his mom,
Yeah.
and then she's just like very emotional,
Which she
and
always was.
Always was. We see Will with taking pictures with Jonathan behind the camera with Hop and his mom,
Yes.
and we see
Max and Lucas.
yep, Max and Lucas having moments. How excited were you guys to see Lucas with phenomenal hair again? Like,
Yeah.
Oh
his,
yeah.
come on,
like, calmed down just a little bit.
gosh,
You know.
dude, why couldn't it? I kind of look like that the whole entire season 5.
Yeah.
But anyway, besides the point. But we don't see Mike. Mike is not where he should be.
No.
And Hop it gets called because he is now the chief of police after 18 months again. And he goes looking for Mike. He knows exactly where he is, sitting at the bench with the memoriam of everybody who lost their lives to the incident.
The earthquake.
Yes.
is what
Oh,
it
yeah, they
was,
said the
yes.
earthquake. Yes, yes. They couldn't acknowledge anything else. And
One of the problems I had was the like I try to stay away from spoilers,
Mhm.
but like there was the leaked photos of
photos.
this like set photos of this scene,
Yeah.
and like you could put together like what happened, you know, because they looked older. They
Mhm.
purposely made them look older.
Yeah.
Obviously, like you're like, okay, why is he back in a chief of police?
Right.
So like he's not dead. Mike didn't die. Where's Elle? The only other thing it could have been was like a weird like asking for her hand in marriage type thing, or
Yeah.
asking for the blessing. But like that just didn't seem likely.
Yeah.
So
No.
that kind of spoiled it a little bit for me.
Yeah.
But not bad.
Yeah. And so basically, Hop is giving him the speech of like, there's 2 roads to go down. The one of you shut everybody out, and it's misery and despair and
Yeah.
sadness and loneliness, or you accept what happened. You don't have to like it, and you live your life because she would have wanted you to. And he's like, I've been down that other road. My first daughter's death. I
It's
know
like,
what.
have I told you about my daughter,
Yeah.
Sarah?
Yeah. Exactly. Basically, right? Like I've told everybody.
Everybody
Yeah.
4 times.
And so he kind of gives him a nice little pep talk. He returns to graduation, and this graduation scene is incredible in so many ways. So
Yep.
Dustin gives his speech, and he ends it with telling the principal to suck it, basically, and flips him off, rips off his valedictorian thing, shows the Hellfire Club, and everyone erupts. But that's exactly it. It was exactly what Eddie said he was
Yes.
going to do.
Exactly.
great.
Yes.
Eddie's told everybody in the cafeteria, like when they were at the table in season 4, I'm gonna get up there on that stage. I'm gonna tell this principal to shove it, and I'm gonna snatch that diploma from his hand, and I'm gonna run hightail out of there. And Dustin did the exact
It
same
was
thing.
great.
It was incredible.
Yes, it was phenomenal.
Yeah, and so yeah, that was a nice little tie up there. They all go to play D&D. The older people like Steve, who's now a coach, a little league coach,
Yes.
teacher, right?
Yep.
And then
That
Robin,
teacher.
Nancy, yeah, exactly, right. Sex ed teacher, Nancy and Jonathan. They all meet, and they're having like a warm moment of like, we got to stick together.
Yeah.
We'll meet up
Shared
every.
trauma.
Yep, we'll meet up
Which
every
honestly,
month.
I think once a month is a little
Ambitious?
ambitious, but
Yeah, I
okay.
was like, that ain't happening.
Yep, that's not happening. Yep, it's nice to talk about.
Yeah.
It's one of those things like, oh, not this month. Sorry, we'll do it next month. And
I have to drive all the way from Indiana,
yeah,
especially like that.
Indiana to
Back-
Pennsylvania.
Yeah, like, and not just Pennsylvania, like East Coast Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah, yeah. And so yeah, they make this pact. It was a heartwarming moment, but I mean a little bit like ambitious. Yeah, cool.
I liked how, like when you think about it, like Robin, Jonathan, and Nancy are all like trying to like still find themselves.
Yeah.
When it's like Steve of all people,
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Like, he
Oh,
had-
great
he-
point.
like he has it the most figured out.
Great
well, he
point.
kind of always knew essentially what he wanted. Like he kind of always knew that like that was the whole reason why him and Nancy never worked out was because he knew and he told her
He has 6 nuggets. He wanted those
wanted
6
six,
nuggets.
he wanted 6 nuggets. He wanted to be, you know, what he was, and like he found his calling. you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, I think that was cool because like you like he's not just like the guy that stays like in his hometown.
Yeah.
You know, because he couldn't go
yeah.
and like they were all looking for something else and they all genuinely seemed like they were just still looking. Well,
Yes,
he seemed the most settled of everybody.
Yeah, he was the guy who he's in his hometown because that's where he loves to be.
Right.
You know.
And they completely I'll say this, they completely botched the song choice. They should have used his band's song there. Have you heard it?
No.
What?
Which one? Who?
Joe Curie's.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
But that's a modern song. They couldn't.
Yes, they could have.
No, it was too modern. It was not '89, dude.
Dude, it was
It was a great song though.
but it fit so well.
Yeah.
Like it would have been so cool.
Let's see an edit. I want to see an edit with
I
it.
have seen it,
Oh,
and it was amazing.
well,
It's like like whenever they did the Iron Man.
share it with me.
snap,
Yeah, share it with me.
I will. I
All right.
will.
All right. So then, I will say while they were at the graduation and everything was like in the air and the commotion was going on, Mike kind of had this like epiphany slash flash slash something where he remembered L at the like the sound power dampeners.
Yep.
And so therefore, like that was weird. I was like, what is that? Like in live, I was like, what is that? Why did he do that? And then it cuts to them playing D&D, and they're sitting around the table, and Mike is telling the story. They all ends in a happy ending, and then they're like, oh, wait, that's it? It's all happy endings? And then he goes and he's telling a D&D story, but like telling the story about them, and he was talking about how Lucas's character and Max's character will fall deeply in love and explore life together and just be happy, and it shows them still dating in a movie theater, that kind of thing, right? And it goes to Dustin being smart, and his character is going to seek knowledge and discover and still make time for friends, and he goes on road trips with Steve, and he's in college. And then Will, like he's able to find himself and fully confident in who he is. And they show him in a bar meeting people. And then they ask about the narrator, and he says that he tells stories, and which leads me to believe that he's going to be a fantasy writer and just type the story that they lived and put it on the page. But then he leaves it at the he couldn't tell the real story about what happened to the mage, which is Elle's character.
Yes.
And then he goes on this story, this very elaborate story of how the plan was for Kali to hide Elle's presence from the military because the power dampener was keeping Elle from using her powers and getting to the Upside Down to do all that. Instead, Kali made Elle appear like she was there, but she escaped, and everything blew up, and Elle was long gone, and she is still alive in a town with waterfalls.
Yes.
Why was there only 2 waterfalls?
Yeah.
There were 3.
There
Oh, I
were.
saw 2.
They only showed.
Okay, so there were 2 right
Oh,
next
and then
to each
where
other.
she was standing.
There was one as she's walking up, and then she
Okay.
looks over, and there's 2.
Okay.
But they should have just dumbed it
There-
down for me.
Yeah, they should have. But
Held
the
your
thing
hand
is,
all the way.
The thing is, what they did is they shot it in an actual location instead of just using CGI.
Yeah.
So they
Couldn't
wanted
just
a
add
beautiful
a
shot.
yeah.
But like it also, I mean, you could also interpret it as something like, you know, the reality isn't always is the reality isn't always what you want it to be.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like you got almost everything, but she didn't get the third waterfall. She didn't get Mike.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you could kind of leave it at that too.
That's fine too. But he tells that story, and then Max is like, "But is it true?" And he's like, "I believe it's true." And then they all do, "I believe, I believe, I believe,"
Yeah.
and we're left as the audience of like, "Do we believe?
Yeah.
Is this something we want to accept?" And so, I mean, I'm fine either way. I'm fine if she died doing what she did, or I'm fine if she survived. I mean, would I have liked to know for sure? Sure, yeah, why not? But I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
I can accept it.
Yeah. I like the fact that they showed like the new generation of D&D players showing up,
Yeah,
and you're getting to see Holly take over her like her brother
Holly the heroic.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I enjoyed them rushing down and grabbing everything, and while everybody was going up
Yes.
to
Like
to
the
do
passing
their
of the
lives.
torch,
Yeah, passing
yeah.
of the torch.
I didn't realize it was a like shot for shot remake of the first episode.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I saw one reel where someone put both of them together.
Oh, that's
Shot,
awesome.
Like even like the door opening, like it was really cool.
Yeah.
I didn't notice it obviously when I was watching it.
Yeah, that's really cool, actually.
But I thought that was a really good touch.
Yeah. So I did hear like there's one theory, but did you hear the theory about their D&D books?
Yeah, I'm not buying that one.
No, what is it?
So
They
essentially
were reaching.
about Alive. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
So essentially, like there's this theory that so all the D&D books, if L's character book was there, it would have spelled alive. Like an A for a character L, and then the V was missing because for 11.
Hmm.
And then an E. So it would have been that. But you
Interesting.
can do what you want with that one. You know,
Okay.
however it would have played out. But like it's just a theory that was out there that I saw.
Okay.
Well, what was y'all's interpretation? Like, you don't have to give me like a full synopsis. Like, Justin, what do you think?
If she's alive or not?
Yeah.
I think because we saw actual footage of her, like older and on the mountain, that kind of thing, like or the waterfalls. I'll go ahead and say yeah, she's alive.
Okay. Okay. So the one thing. Okay. So her powers were suppressed, and I don't know how all her powers interact. But how did she pull Mike into her mind if her powers were upset?
Well, she couldn't even do that when she was fully juiced. She had to have the tank.
Mm.
Anytime she pulled like into someone's like mind, she had to have the tank.
Well,
Yeah.
I know from
Plus, her nose wasn't bleeding.
true. I also know that watching the last scene of them leaving the Upside Down again, when the military pulls the truck over, you do see Elle get out of the truck
Yep.
from a distance, and then she's just gone. So
Now, is
I
it
don't know.
possible that the power dampeners were like facing in, and because she had gotten away, maybe she was able to pull him in from a different direction, and he just thought it was from that direction?
yeah,
maybe.
Maybe.
But like, I do think it was, and it was that is one thing where you got to be like, okay, so where is this like playing in? You know?
Yeah. Yeah. Good point. Good point. So yeah, I think overall, I think I am. I think I am satisfied with the finale.
Yeah. I think like I was definitely satisfied. I think a lot of people were like expecting this for whatever reason, this bloodbath.
It, I was one of them.
Like and I just didn't see
Hmm.
like
They've been kids this whole entire time. Like,
yeah, like I didn't really see a bloodbath happening. Like I could have seen maybe like one character going down, which we can't technically maybe we saw one main character go down, but like we definitely saw a minor character go down, which is much more been their
yeah,
MO. Like
right.
who
I do think that as they do spin-offs and as they dive into like the animation realm, and that there will inevitably be multiple spin-offs of this.
Yeah.
I know they've teased the one.
Well, Game of Thrones is very deep into the spinoffs.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah.
and they're good too. So like with this, they're gonna have to break that, you know, that mold of holding on to all the characters, or people will get tired of it.
right.
Like
I
it
agree.
was fine for this because it was not a bloodbath
Yeah.
show. They were pretty true to that all the way throughout.
Until they met the military. They just
Yeah,
did not care.
Yeah.
About the
They
Yeah, I
military.
did
don't
not
care
care
about
at all.
But like they're gonna have to break that, like not killing off main characters, or people are gonna figure it out and just
Right.
get bored.
Yeah. All right. Well, Stranger Things series finale. It's over. How do you guys feel? How you guys feeling about not being any more this storyline now and potential spin-offs? What are you feeling about that?
I'm excited.
Yeah. I think
I think that they've got enough. They left enough loose ends, not loose ends, enough like vagueness
yeah.
in it that
Yeah.
they can dive into a lot.
There are
of
points
stuff,
that you can play into. There's even a play. Like there's
which I have a
yeah.
problem with that. Not like, and maybe this will change now, but they just need to put a recorded version of the play on there because it's like only in like London, right?
yeah.
Yeah, something like that. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it would be nice to like get more information on that. But like,
It's nowhere online. It's not on YouTube. It's like
Dang.
nothing.
yeah,
So maybe we'll get like a recording now that now this is out. Maybe they'll do a recording.
yeah, maybe they'll do something like a Hamilton
Yeah,
type
that'd be
thing.
awesome.
Like that would be really cool to just see like either that or even just like a hey, we're gonna remake it for Netflix.
Yeah.
And just like here you go.
I think as long as the Duffer Brothers are involved, then I think I'm on board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I'm excited about the animated like show coming out. That's
Yeah.
this year.
yeah.
So
it's
we
this
don't
year.
we don't have to wait long. And
There's a
I was
video
telling,
game too.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
That'd be cool. Like I was telling y'all, like I think that eventually maybe we'll get more content out of this season because we were talking about how like they said they cut like 10 hours
Yeah.
off this season. So maybe one day we'll get like an extended cut,
Duffer cut.
the Duffer cut.
Yeah.
So that could be pretty cool. I could see them releasing that at a time when they have something else coming out
Yeah.
to like get people excited again, get them bought back in. And like I mean, I think they could add some context in there. You know, they wouldn't necessarily change the entirety of the final season, but
No. Yeah.
just add layers. That'd be cool.
All right. Well, I think that's it, fellas. So, appreciate everybody so much for tuning in and listening to this really long breakdown of the series finale of Stranger Things. Go ahead and give us a like, subscribe, thumbs up, wherever the heck you're listening to this thing. We really appreciate it. Give us a 5-star review. It'd be great. But yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. We have a lot planned for 2026. I know we have Jordan. You want to tease something?
Yeah.
Jordan?
So we're working on a model for an over under line for movies coming out, kind of predicting what the Rotten Tomato score is going to be on opening weekend. So you're going to see us. We'll put out more information about it. We'll talk about it more in a future podcast soon. But we're working on this this model to predict those, and then you'll see us kind of giving our predictions before a few weeks before the movie comes out, giving our predictions, and then we'll tally those throughout the year. Keep a running scoreboard with the four of us, and maybe some of our other guests that are normally on here. So that's exciting. We're still working on that, but we should have more info on that in the next week.
Awesome. Yeah, looking forward to that too. Predicting movie quality. That's fantastic. All right. So for Jordan, for Shamato, and myself, Sandy, we thank you so much for listening to the Royal Geek Podcast. And we will see you next time, you peasants.